The main topic of conversation is now not just who is the most credible to carry out mass deportations of illegal immigrants and uphold the law and move criminal foreign nationals from our country, but it's also how do we encourage lots of people who have not joined our national tribe, who have not fostered good relationships with us, who will not reproduce our civilization. How do we encourage those people to leave our country, go back to their own countries, hopefully build those up, we can check on them in a few hundred years, but leave us in peace and prosperity. Thank you very much.
Is Islam compatible with Britain?
Well, 53% of the British public, according to a recent poll published in The Telegraph, do not seem to think so. When asked, is Islam compatible with British values, I would prefer to use the term traditions, because that's a living thing. They said no, and that's been quite the taboo for our politicians to talk about for many decades across all parties, but I think ever since Elon Musk amplified the Pakistani grooming gang story to a global scale and then made it an unavoidable issue for Labour, people have started to realise that there are hostile communities in our country who do not think the same way as we do. They do not have the same individualistic ethic that is born out of Britain's common law tradition, its Christian faith, and its nuclearised family structure. And we've had this going back to the Middle Ages, where the average age of marriage was, in its 20s, where in other parts of the world it was still common for older men to marry children, for siblings to marry one another, to cousins to marry one another, and that still persists in the world today. There's been great work by an Oxford scholar called Patrick Nash looking into the case for banning cousin marriage, and he notes that in parts of the Islamic world, cousin marriage is still between 40 and 80%.